Hello everyone, Tim Taylor here with this month's Technology Tips with Tim video. I hope everyone's having an enjoyable holiday season. It's nice to know we have the shorter week, and I hope everyone, of course, has a great holiday break. Uh, Happy holidays and Happy New Year. I just basically have two resources I wanted to share with you here today. The first is actually an add-on. I mentioned about add-ons in the past when it comes down to Google Documents. We've had the add-ons menu for Google Docs, and you had it for Google Sheets. But just recently, they've actually added add-on option for Google Slides. And the one I want to share with you briefly here today is one called Pear Deck. And some of y'all maybe have heard of Pear Deck before. And what I've done, this is an article from Eric Kurtz. He does a good job of explaining things and having step-by-step instructions. Sometimes he also shares videos. But Pear Deck is an add-on, as I mentioned, and what it does is it adds interactivity to your Google Slides. It's a little bit reminds a little bit of Nearpod if some of y'all have experienced that. This is a free add-on, and I'll show you how we can add it to Google Slides here in a minute. But I just want to kind of briefly go over what it does for you just by looking at this article from Eric Kurtz. But like I said, it's a tool that integrates with existing slideshows, or you can also use it when you're creating new ones once you add it. But like I mentioned, it adds interactive elements like multiple choice, text entry, numeric entry, drawing and draggables. Some of the things you have to have like a premium account with a small, just a small cost. But the free version I think has plenty as well. But again, I'm going to show you how you can get to the add-on here in a second. But one thing, or you have basically two options how you can use Pear Deck. One of the first options is where they have pre-made slides that you can add to your presentation. One's called a warm-up, reflections, another one, temperature check, and then an exit ticket. And what he does here in this article shows nice little screenshots, and I'll share this with you when I share who the winner is for this month. But warm-up slide, tell two things. Again, what we're checking on here is basically your background knowledge. There's a reflection slide, which is very important in the learning process. They call this a temperature check slide. Basically, it's a general question. Could you do this on your own? Do you understand what we went over today? It's basically a thumbs up, thumb down. And then, of course, exit tickets are popular. And so here's an example of an exit ticket. So those are like the pre-made templates. And then if you have an existing slideshow, you can also use it. Besides these preset templates, you have these advanced options where you make something draggable or drawing. These are premium type options. These actually kind of work though to a degree in the pre-made slides, so you kind of have access to them, just not when you add them to ones you currently have. But notice you can add text, number, multiple choice, or a web slide. So again, this is all viable, all viable via the add-on. So the way you get the add-on is I'm going to go ahead and go to a Google Slides I use when I start my T3 videos. You'll see an add-ons menu here. So if I click on that and I go down to get add-ons, it'll bring me to a store here. And if you look through here, in other words, you'll see various ones that are available. And this Pear Deck has a real big one. There's not a whole lot of add-ons for slides since it's fairly new. So right here, you see Pear Deck. You can also type it in here to search for it. If I notice it says it's free, so I can click on that, and it'll basically bring up, or always bring up this here, ask me what account to use. Of course, I'm going to use my Shenandoah account, and I click Allow. And then once it's added on to the add-on menu, it will say, hey, Pear Deck, welcome to it. Just go ahead and close this out. But now when I go to add-ons, I will see Pear Deck. And notice I can go ahead and right from here, I can add a warm-up slide, reflection slide, etc. And then going back to the article, once you've created this, what will happen then is you will go ahead and run the Pear Deck slideshow. It'll take you step by step how you can share it with your students. Basically, you'll be given a code that you will share with them, and that way you can go ahead and actually project your student responses and track to see how well they're doing. So again, this article does a nice job of explaining the process. So I'll make sure I share that with you. For a secret word to be eligible for the door prize, let's go ahead and use the word Pear, P-E-A-R, okay, as a secret word. So again, Pear is the secret word. The last thing I want to show you, and this is something that if you've all been using YouTube, you may have noticed, I've gone out and selected or searched for a word on YouTube that I know would bring up a block or show a video that I know is not approved. You should notice now when you go to YouTube videos, it will say that the video is approved for Chandler County schools or it's not approved. And this was just turned on probably within a week or so ago. You now, with your teacher login, have the right to approve videos so students can view them. Now, with power comes much responsibility. Be aware that if you do approve a video, uh, it makes it available for all students in Shannon County Public Schools. So, for example, obviously, if you're dealing with juniors or seniors, you may want to open up a video for them to use, but just be aware that would also be viewable by elementary and middle school students. So you got to be real careful right here when it comes down to approving a video for your students. Obviously, be smart when it comes down to looking at the content of it. It is for professional student learning, professional use. But if you think you found a video that you would like to use, and again, I'm kind of talking, I think, more to secondary high school level here. But if you're a little concerned about, well, I don't know really if elementary should watch it, we can turn it back off again. So if you approve a video, don't hesitate to say, I want to definitely show this to my students because I think it's pertinent, it's valuable for the age level students I have. But I don't think really maybe elementary should be watching it. You can shoot us an email. What we can do is we can go ahead and turn it back off again. So that way you just have it on for the time period you need. If you have any concerns about turning a video on, please contact your building administrator to get a second opinion. Okay, if you feel uneasy about it. But again, some of you all I know have noticed this blue bar. If not, you will when you go to YouTube. Again, hopefully most of them will be approved, but if it's not approved, you will see an approve button there. So you have the right to open it up there for students. If you have any questions about this, please do not hesitate to contact us. Okay, again, I hope everyone enjoys your holiday break. Have a great Happy New Year. We'll obviously have our T3 videos. Next one will be in January. Everyone take care and good luck with the door prize.